What's going on, everybody? This is Afro Think Tank, and today I'm going to make an objective observation. I'm going to give you guys a little bit of information when it comes to hygiene and comparisons of the historical hygiene practices of African people, specifically West African people, you know, us, our people, Central and West African people, in contrast to European people, white people, right? We all know what white people say about their hygiene, right? And sometimes we like to dig and take shots at white people for their hygiene. But I want you guys to make an observation if you were a European and your history and your people are from that cold climate, okay? I want you to think about December when it's snowing outside, right? I want you to think about not having cold water and living in the forest, in the woods, in a mud hut, in the forest in Europe. And during those times. And I want you to think about how often you would dunk yourself in water, how often you would spray yourself with water in those frigid conditions. You absolutely, positively wouldn't. Why? Because you would probably catch hypothermia and die. So culturally, that's probably why Europeans have a history of not showering all the time, right? Now, vice versa, Africans, West Africans, Central Africans, Africans period. What I observed with my own eyes, and what I already kind of knew, because black people, we do it in America. But here, it's a cultural thing, it's a survival thing. Every time an African person comes in the house from being outside, no matter what, they take a shower. Every time an African comes from anywhere, they take their clothes off and they take a shower and they put a new set on. Why? It's not because we're just inherently more cognitive of cleanliness, which we are, but it's because it's fucking hot outside. It's hot, okay? And African people, just like African American people, get hot. And just because they grew up here and they're used to it, doesn't mean they're not susceptible to this hot-ass weather, all right? They don't know anything about tanning. They do everything they can to stay out of the sun, all right? Period. Tanning is not something in their mind that they don't even know what that word means, tanning. Like, what's that? Okay? So, yeah, African people, you know, for our survival, we have to wash and shower because in a moist, hot, tropical environment, if you don't take a shower, not only will you stink, but bacteria will grow and permeate on you. You can get sick and you can freaking die. So it's our survival as black people to have a culture of cleanliness. Europeans, on the other hand, it's not really conducive for them to take showers when it's cold. It's not conducive for them to jump in the river all the time when it's cold because they would freaking get hypothermia and die. All right, so unfortunately, that's a part of their culture. Mr. Kentucky! That's my chicken, Mr. Kentucky. Dude just be talking all day. But anyway, yeah, so I just want to, you know, give that observation. African people are very clean. So when you hear white people talk trash, oh, you dirty this. The word dirty and African don't even mix. I don't care how poor you are as an African. Guess what you're going to do? You're going to take a shower. Why? Because you're fucking hot, okay? And you need to clean to get that bacteria because you're in a tropical environment. It's just that simple, guys. There's no hate on anybody. African people are clean because we have to for survival. Europeans are less clean because culturally that's what they had to do to survive. That's all I got to say. Afro Think Tank, I'm out.